Chapter 2 Mom and Dad. Shortly before Jack started school, a letter arrived telling all the parents that the children should bring their favorite cuddly toy with them on their first day. Everybody in Jack's class brought a teddy, but Jack, of course, brought DP. Each child took his or her turn to walk up to the front of the class and explain what their cuddly toy's name was and why they liked it. When it was Jack's turn, he explained why DP was called DP, and about the operation on his eyes, and about the day he got buried on the beach and was nearly lost forever. The stories of DP and his adventures made the class laugh, and when Jack finished talking, they all clapped. DP was easily the funniest and the most interesting toy, even though he was one of the shabbiest. At playtime, Jack and a boy called Freddy played catch with DP. Just before the end of break, Jack dropped DP in a puddle. That night, DP had to go in the washing machine again. If Jack ever had a bad day at school, if he got a low mark or had an argument with Freddy, or if somebody made fun of Jack's wonky clay pot, DP was waiting at home to wipe away a tear with his small, squishy trotters. Whatever happened to Jack, DP was there, understanding and forgiving, and carrying with him that comforting smell of home, which always came back, no matter how often Mom washed it off. One night, soon after he'd started school, a noisy woke Jack up. He felt for DP and drew him close in the dark. Somebody was shouting. The voice was a bit like Dad's, but there was a crash and a lady screamed. It sounded like Mom, but not as Jack had ever heard her. Jack was scared. He listened for a few more moments, pressing DP against his mouth and nose, and he knew DP was scared too. Jack thought Mom and Dad might be fighting or burglared together. He knew the number you had to call for the police, so he got out of bed in the dark and crept out onto the landing. Still holding DP, he tiptoed downstairs. Dad was still yelling and Mom was still screaming. Jack couldn't hear the burglar's voice. Then the sitting room door banged open and Dad strode into the hall. He wasn't wearing his pajamas, but jeans and a sweatshirt. Dad didn't notice Jack on the stairs. He opened the front door, walked out, and slammed it behind him. Jack heard the noise of the car engine in the drive. Dad drove away. Jack crept into the sitting room. The lamp was on the floor, and Mom was sitting on the sofa with her face in her hands, crying. When she heard Jack's footsteps, she looked up, startled, then cried harder than ever. Jack thought she'd explained everything and made it all better. But when he ran to her, she only hugged him very close, the way he held DP when he was hurt or sad.